right now we're sort of in this whirlwind of all things Call of Duty, and that's how it's kind of going to be for the next few weeks until the launch of Black Ops Cold War. A whole host of different information from every which direction, from content from Modern Warfare within the Haunting event, information regarding the storyline and other pre-launch items for Cold War, and other things sprinkled in there with relation to, say, Warzone and maybe other areas of Call of Duty. It's a lot to follow, and today we're going to take a look at a little bit of all of that. A project I was working on for today didn't quite get finished up in time, so in place of it, I decided let's take some time off this Monday and start out the week by discussing a little bit of what you may have heard whispers of this weekend, what's new and upcoming for this week, as well as the end of the Haunting event. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you looking forward to anything in particular here? Maybe some of the new teasers for Cold War, maybe the potential next update for Modern Warfare and Warzone. Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below. As well, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're on that road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Call of Duty as we round into a very big next couple of weeks and months here. That said, let's jump into it. Okay, let's start with some of the immediate stuff here. Modern Warfare. While the update tomorrow is sure to bring a little bit more information, obviously because we'll have everything in the update on hand, there's a few things that we do know will happen throughout the week, including what's listed on the Haunting of Verdansk roadmap. Now, right now, we don't have too many game modes to really know for sure what is going to happen, but we do know that TDM Snipers Only is a big one here that was marketed. That being, of course, your marksman and your sniper rifles only in your loadouts here across what is likely a mosh pit of different maps in the team deathmatch mode. So that'll be fun to play around with, I think, a little breakaway from what you may be normally used to in traditional TDM. But then we also have listed Plunder Nighttime on that roadmap, but that's kind of already there. I mean, with Plunder last week, it was already nighttime as well, and then with this weekend's update, it changed to Plunder Candy Collector. So that one seems to be just an extension here, not necessarily a brand new introduction for Plunder, but something that will continue as well. We also know that from that roadmap, it will have a double XP event as well, likely not coming tomorrow, but this weekend. So Friday to Monday, if all things follow the same patterns as they normally do, with a double XP, double weapon XP, and double tier progression bonus during that time span. So if you're like me and still need to rank up your seasonal rank and your battle pass, then this isn't a bad time to do so. You'll have quite a bit of open time to capitalize on that. Curiously also, you may have actually gotten a free bundle in the shop as of today if you logged on, in which you could have gotten a double battle pass XP token, which to my knowledge is the first time that we've had this in Modern Warfare thus far. Only a year in, but still nice to have. So a free hour of double tier progression isn't a half bad gift at all, just for simply logging on during the Halloween gift pack time window here with that. So I'm cool with that one. And kind of on the topic of tiers and battle pass progression, one thing that I personally don't care for, I don't really advocate for, because again, we have that double XP event coming up, and there's still plenty of time left in the season, I think, to organically capitalize on it. But there is a tier sale finishing up as of today into tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when it will wrap up. So a little bit of a discount here on those tier sales if you're interested, but again, I don't really think it's all that worth it. But talking about items that are purchasable, interestingly enough, today we actually saw a new bundle for Ghost come out, and not tomorrow with our normal weekly update. I'm curious to see if we'll see something introduced as of tomorrow as well, but we had the Ghost Grim Reaper pack introduced today for 2,400 COD points, coming with the Azrael Ghost skin, the Soul Reaper FAL, and the Purgatory Fennec, which both of these most definitely have the Scars faction emblem from Infinite Warfare, if my memory serves me correctly on that. So cool little throwback here with that design, but also overall a nice little matte black touch to it. Also coming along with the Sickle Melee Blueprint, the Reaper Weapon Charm, the Hardlines Ghost Quip, the Hades Calling Card, the Spectre of Death emblem, and the Vision Spray. Now, to be totally honest with you, the weapon blueprints aren't really all that bad. The FAL is actually something that was pretty close to my build, if not identical actually to what I think I used to use in Warzone, with a Monolithic Suppressor, the Marksman Barrel, the Tac Laser, the Solo Zero Mini Reflex Optic, and the 30-round magazine. And then the Fennec coming with the Nightshade Barrel, Mini Reflex Optic, the Vagrant Stock, the ISO Tac Form Grip, and the 30-round Stick Mag as well. So not half bad builds here, but it's also cool that they come with Green Tracer Fire. It's described as a ghostly green, but it also doesn't mention that it comes with dismemberment, so a fair warning for that one as well. Like we mentioned though, it was kind of curious this was introduced as of today, a Monday, and not necessarily tomorrow when we see these shop updates go live normally. But we do have at least detailed for the Haunting event one more bundle going live, so I'd imagine this happens as of tomorrow, that being the Mace Dia de los Muertos bundle, but we'll have to wait and see with that one. So those are there for you if you're interested, and if you'd like to support the channel a little further like the real one, Danilee, Kaylee, Luke, Justin, and Colt have, you can use code Espresso in the item shop if you want to pick up either the new Ghost bundle or any of the other coming items, but that's entirely fully optional. Now, one of those weird crossover items here that I can't imagine goes away as of tomorrow's update, but is already there, so we're going to talk about this before we jump into the ending of the Halloween event, is that of the Gunfight tournament that went live this past weekend. We got a new variation here of this, another 16-team, last team standing sort of tournament where winner takes all, and throughout the different rounds, you end up getting various different rewards for where you place, whether that be just XP and some emblems and stuff like that, or XP and then also the brand new blueprint reward. That is the Holger finish line for winning the entire thing here. That comes along with the F-Tac Spitfire barrel, the holographic sight, the 30-round magazine, and the stippled grip tape, making it close to the G36C with a cool little European police force checker design on the blueprint camo. So pretty cool, but it's one that, unlike maybe say the Bruin or other blueprints in the past, the Holger I'm still not a huge fan on, so I don't know if I'd necessarily use it all that much. But that's available here, and again, will likely continue on into the next week, maybe even the week following. We'll just have to wait and see. We've had really odd durations and none really sticking to any sort of pattern in the past. We've had ones that have lasted 3 days. We've had ones that have lasted 3 weeks, and then everywhere else in between that time frame. So we'll see where it goes. But then the Halloween event, this is of course the final week here with this, so that means that if you have not done so already, make sure that you're going around the world of Verdansk in either BR or Plunder so you can unlock all the items in those loot boxes, and so that you can end up getting that Pumpkin Punisher. But that's something that, again, you have that week to do, so just simply go around and unlock those crates. And theoretically, that should mean that if you're being terrified by those jump scares, you don't have a ton of time to still have to deal with that. So that's the nice part out of that, I guess. But I'm curious to see what happens after this. I mean, we have that potential maybe for a title update as of next week, because theoretically, to bring the map back down to a sense of normalcy, that regular lighting, though I guess it's still there in the traditional BR mode, so maybe not, but just the idea of what happens after, because we still are missing a little bit of stuff. I mean, we have that butterfly knife that was listed as in season with the original season 6 roadmap, so we don't really have any resolution on that. Maybe that comes later. Maybe we end up getting some more content as of next week, but that's something that's still relatively unseen, but we'll have to wait and see how it all wraps up. But the Halloween event is in its final week now here at this, so make sure you grab anything you haven't already. But shifting over from Modern Warfare to now Cold War, as of today, we got a little bit more in terms of what to expect here, ramping up towards the launch in just under 3 weeks time at this point. We got firstly a new launch trailer, which is only a minute long, and a lot of the stuff we've seen in terms of other trailers, but there's also some stuff that was previously unseen. Some new things that pop up and maybe provide a little bit more clarity to the depth of the storyline, giving some more information as to where we're going here with this, but also some Easter eggs that are uncovered along the way. I can leave the link down there in the description below to the full thing if you want to see that, but that was released today also. But the final thing we'll talk about is that of what is actually upcoming for Wednesday. A new Pawn Takes Pawn Easter egg, presumably hunt here at this, but we got 2 things that really point towards this here. Firstly, earlier in the day, I ended up actually getting something in the mail that when I opened it, it was just a simply black envelope with inside a green card saying classified intel. When you open it up, it was a piece of paper folded to look almost like an envelope with some clearance levels, issuing department, a control number, what sort of protocol it followed, and what sort of priority it needed, with 4 film strips attached to it. And this is actually a callback to when we ended up having the projectors given to us a couple of months back with the first Easter eggs for Black Ops Cold War, before we ever even knew that was the actual name of it. And this looks to be the next step. It would later go on to detail that it was part of pawntakespawn.com/lights-on, but when you went there when this came out, it said coming soon, and it wasn't something that was actually available to really dive deep into and try and solve at that moment. But then later on, as the day progressed, earlier on in the day, we saw that there was another little trailer that went out from Treyarch pointing to this same link, in which we learned that this hooded figure throughout all the marketing and everything that we had so far for Black Ops Cold War, this Pawn Takes Pawn Easter egg and puzzle, was none other than William Bowman, Jason Bowman from the Black Ops campaign, his son, and he states that we still have some work to do and he'll see you soon. With that page now updating underneath that video that is now embedded saying Pawn Takes Pawn 10/28 or October 28th at 1 p.m. Pacific time to unlock the next part of the story. Now that is very ambiguous. It doesn't give a whole lot in terms of what to expect because, well, we don't know what that's going to be in relation to. The easy answer could be campaign, because that's the storyline that we're going to be following with campaign and everything, and with a launch trailer just going out today, maybe that all ties in here at this. But maybe it could be something else. Maybe it's something like the only mode we haven't seen thus far, Warzone, maybe that's a teaser that we're going to be getting here at that, but I'm not getting my hopes up too much for that. That's something that I still think Warzone is going to be on that sort of off-balance cycle in terms of content, where we get a major update and maybe a new map as of, say, March, the year out mark from whenever it actually launched, so that every 5 to 6 months we get either a launch in terms of new Call of Duty or something new for Warzone. So it kind of keeps that mid-year cycle alive a little bit for Call of Duty a little further. But there's definitely something that's going to be going on as of this Wednesday, and of course, we'll keep you up to date with all things you need to know. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. That is everything that we have here in relation to the week ahead and what is still ongoing and what's coming up within not only Modern Warfare, but also Black Ops Cold War. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think here of this? Firstly, are you looking forward to the end of the Halloween event? Anything in particular you guys really want to see happen, or anything that you really want to accomplish before that time? What do you think of this new stuff with Black Ops Cold War? What do you think that next part of the story is? Do you think it's campaign, multiplayer, zombies, maybe Warzone, whatever it is? Let me know your thoughts. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. We're getting all things Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course, Black Ops Cold War, as we round into, again, an incredibly busy next couple of weeks and months here in terms of COD content. So stick here on the channel if you're interested in any of that. But if you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Probably live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, links down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.